Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner, Kenobi's corner.
Dude, we're gonna go raw and uncut.
Raw and uncut. Gross, Jonathan. God.
Why is it so gross?
I don't know why.
It's like the people who hate the word moist.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I'm okay with moist. I can say
I have
moist
no
all day.
problem.
Moist, 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 moist. So if you hate it, I'm sorry. But now you're all moist.
No, just moist. Moist. We'll go moist.
Yeah. Go
Moist, raw, and uncut.
Go moist or go home. Gross. All right, welcome back, my friends. Welcome to Kenobi's Corner. I'm Eric. To the corner. I'm Eric. This is Jonathan.
Hola.
Hola. We're here this week to talk to you about comics, sci-fi, fantasy, spy stuff, and spy stuff, and everything we find interesting in between. Welcome again, dude.
Yes.
So a lot of stuff has happened this week, dude. I feel like it's the end of the world. Let's start off with that. It's definitely the end of the world. We have hurricanes to the left, hurricanes to the right. And here I am stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah.
Dude, earthquakes. So if anybody has a chance, visit, Red Cross or whatever your favorite organization is. If you can give your time or your treasure, definitely see if you can help out in any way. But we're here to distract you from some of that. So we're going to jump right in.
Yeah.
Dude, so Star Wars stuff. I feel like this is the most Star Wars-y heavy episode that we've had in a while.
It may be.
But on the cusp of that, we also have Kingsman, we both saw yesterday.
Yes.
Individually, not together. I don't know why I needed to point that out, but I just wanted to let everybody know.
Yeah, because we hate each other outside of this podcast.
Outside of the podcast, we don't speak.
Ever.
It's more like it's just a bunch of jabs at each other. And just like, it's like when two bullies are walking down the hallway and they're both with separate clans.
Yeah.
I don't know how bullies work. I wasn't a bully. Obviously, I wasn't a bully.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, it was just like tripping each other in the halls and knocking each other's books down. But that was about as much it is. So we have a little bit of DC news, a little bit of everything. I think we have a little bit of everything.
Let's go through it, man. Let's go.
Okay, let's hit it. So first things first. HBO has not officially announced, but they're really getting close. One of the previous writers directors from Lost, is it Damon Lindelof?
Damon Lindelof.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He has always been really, really interested in the Watchmen, the comic books, all the way up to like the movie. So what they wanted to do was do a standalone series of the Watchmen. And it looks like they are fully underway in making this a reality. He tweeted out a photo of an image of like one of the kind of like cover art pieces of the Watchmen, statue of ingratitude, of one of the statues of like one of the superheroes there. So
but it's like a recreation of one of the comic book covers. It wasn't the cover itself. Like it was a recreation of one of the covers.
That's what I was looking for. Those are the words.
Yes. Yeah. But it's only like the bottom half. But I mean, for anybody who's a fan or just has Google image search or something, like can see that it's from the Watchmen like comics.
Is that what Google image search does?
Yes.
Shut up, dude.
Yes.
It's like a Shazam for images.
Yes.
Damn it. I've been using it wrong this entire time.
What have you been using it for?
I was just putting in words and looking for the images that pop up. Like, I didn't know you can actually, like...
Yeah, you can search images against other images.
We are in the future, my friend.
Yes, man. That's how you find people to stalk. Like, if you find... you have a picture of somebody, you don't know who it is, you Google image search them, and then you can try to see if you can find that person.
You just birthed a whole new generation of stalkers, I feel. Way to
go.
It
was already pre-birth. Like, I didn't do anything.
Oh. I feel like I'm
just enlightening
I feel like
you
I'm
to
like
this
one
situation.
of your uncles that's just like never used technology before. And they're like, Google? That's what that does? Okay. All right. I see what I'm going to try it when I get home.
How do you get to this Google?
Yeah. Hold on. Where's my notepad? Let me write that down real quick.
And that's http://
Now, I'm in my search browser. I'm in Bing. Do I put Google in Bing? Is that how that works?
Just open up Internet Explorer, and that's what comes up first. So
Hold
I'm
on.
assuming that's what we're doing.
Let me put in my AOL discs real quick. I have all these hours I need to burn.
Oh, God.
All right. So, well, cool. Well, I'm excited about it because I'm definitely going to watch. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie, and I even enjoyed the director's cut, which is another hour or so long, I feel. So,
I've never seen the director's cut, but the movie was enjoyable.
Yeah.
And from the complaints that I remember from when the movie first came out, and even still to this day, is that it wasn't a great way to do it in a movie because there's so much more content, there's so much of a deeper story that the fact that you kind of cheapen it to a movie, like it didn't work. Like it wasn't as great as it could have been.
Yeah, it was like a direct adaptation. Like each scene was ripped right from the book itself.
Yeah.
So they just used the novel as a storyboard of the movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I mean, but it's cool, man. Like I'll check it out. Like it's HBO that's doing it.
Yeah.
You know, and if I feel like if they feel like this can keep people on their platform, like Game of Thrones is going away really soon.
Yeah.
They're trying to do spin-offs of that to try to keep people subscribed to their services. So why not give something else that the fans are going to want and then throw a bunch of money at it so that it's good and it keeps people around and subscribe to their services. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool, man. Like, I'll definitely check it out at the very least, right? Like, what else am I going to do? Just like ignore it? And then if it sucks, then I'll unsubscribe from HBO.
There you go. Because then basically, I have no reason to have HBO anymore.
Right, exactly. It's done.
Yeah. So moving on, some DC news. So Josh
That was
Whedon,
already DC news.
Oh, okay. Even diving deeper. Sorry, changing a lot of diapers these days. Diving deeper into the DC banner. The upcoming Justice League has, well, of course, been under a lot of changes. Josh has taken helm over it. And everybody's been talking about like what changes he's going to make or how's it going to be different. There's a lot of cuts already of the film that have been seen, and even the most latest cut of the movie has a major cut in it.
Yep.
Which is Lex Luthor, man.
I just love the way you titled it.
Yeah.
Because on our notes, it's titled as Les Luthor.
Yeah.
It's like
Lex Luthor.
so good.
Thank you. So cutting him out of the whole film, I really that was probably like one of the biggest criticisms of BVS was Jesse Eisenberg's portrayal of Les Luthor.
Dude, you know what? It's just that he was so far out there. I think that was the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Is he was just it was just a little too far out into that method of acting, I guess. You know, it was just a little bit too far. He would have reined it back just a tiny bit. Yeah. It would have been, I think, acceptable. I think it would have been okay. People would have been a lot more buying into it. But he went really eccentric, but then really, really took it way out there. And I think sometimes it's just hard to believe that, especially in a world where everything's supposed to be super believable. They've come up with this very dark place, and everything's supposed to be like real world relatable because it's all based off of Christopher Nolan's Batmans. Yeah. And it just didn't make sense, dude.
It would have been crazy. Like, I really wish, like, I think a perfect Lex Luthor after his portrayal in another role of a villain would have been Vincent D'Onofrio. Like, just his, because he's just like a quiet, cool, he's methodical, he's just like, he's just like really, really chill, I feel. And he can play that like somber tone of like, I've been wronged. I'm going to come up and I'm going to, show a great public face, but also in the background be like a vicious killer also.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think he would have been nice, but you couldn't have that dad angle with him. Or maybe you could.
I mean, you
definitely could. And I think it would be even creepier from seeing it from like an older man's perspective to still be holding on to that grudge to his dad.
Yeah.
To being like, freaking dad.
Yeah.
give me this painting, whatever, flip it upside down. I don't know, but yeah, man. I don't know if I saw that the movie had already been previewed, and of course that he's been cut out. But I don't know. I didn't see any recent reactions to it. Hopefully it's good. I mean,
yeah, dude.
I know you've been really hesitant about it, especially
I've been
with
super hesitant.
Jason Momoa's Aquaman scenes. But
not all of them, man. He's got some pretty good ones where it's like, oh damn, like that guy's for real. And then there's other ones like that is stupid.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, we'll talk about some over the top comic book stuff later. But
yeah, God, yes.
I mean, but especially in a world where they're trying to ground everything, I don't think that this is the way that they portrayed him was like totally true to form. But
yeah,
I mean, hey. I mean, it is what it is. He's a guy who can talk to fish and other animals. Or, he can talk to all animals, except the fish, I guess, are the easiest to talk to. So that's what he does most of the time.
I have no idea how that works.
I think that's how that works. I'm not too sure. Tell me if I'm wrong and tweet at us. We'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, like, I don't mind them leaving in Lex Luthor if the character's fixed just a little bit. And it doesn't need a lot. It just needs, like, minor tweaking for that character, and it'll be all right.
Yeah.
But right now, it's kind of goofy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he's out of there, if he was playing the exact same thing and he's no longer in the movie, well then it might not be too bad for the movie overall.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
Yep.
So
right. So we're gonna get into some Star Warsy stuff. First things first, John. If you had an opportunity to work for Disney,
yes,
and you're working for them, would you? I feel like what we're going to talk about now is kind of like if I started working for the government or if I became really close to the president, to be like, okay, be for real. Tell me about Area 51. It's totally cool. It's just us in this room. We can totally talk about it. It's totally fine. Yeah. I feel like that's exactly what the director of Ant-Man and Wasp just did.
I feel it's even a step further, man. Because I think it's like, tell me about Area 51, but like as soon as you tell me something about it, I would then go and be like, everybody, Area 51, we should all know.
So basically what happened, and actually what did actually happen, is the director of Ant-Man and Wasp took a plea to Twitter and was just like, hey, George Lucas, please just release the original trilogy on Blu-ray, the uncut version.
Uncut.
I can't even look at you.
You started it. Those are your words.
I know. I guess the
raw and uncut version of the film.
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Gross, John.
I mean,
really, like
his actual words were, "Dear Lucasfilm, please release a Blu-ray version of the original, unmessed with version of Star Wars. I loved them when I was 13. Thanks, Peyton."
That's the dream. That's the dream right there.
Yes.
I mean, I'm tired of like waiting for all these other third-party filtering applications to come out with their versions of the movie.
Well,
you know what?
We're not going to get them.
No, we're not going to
right?
get them because they
were shut down.
So hard to get a hold of. Yes,
they were like shut down big time.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is one version floating around.
Yeah.
The episode 4 uncut one. I really wanted the remastered version of Empire. Like Empire is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like I would have loved that. I even Return of the Jedi, man. Like I cannot find for the life of me. Like YouTube is one of the few places, and even then, all the versions are like really crappy.
Yeah.
But where they sing Hubnum?
Hubnum?
Oh God, I can't remember. I used to remember the name of the song. Even like I can't remember the end scene in.
Meow meow. What's
episode
meow, meow?
6? Shut up. The end song in episode 6, the Ewok celebration. So it's the Ewok celebration. I think that might be the actual name of the song.
Yeah, sing it.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna do it. Anyway. But now you can't even find the song anymore. Like they've completely changed the song that's at the end of episode 6. Like it's completely different. There's nothing else. You don't get any of the original music that's back there, and it doesn't fit to what's going on like on the actual screen for a lot of those parts because it's been changed, and they have like all those extra scenes that they've added in and all that stuff that they've done. But yeah, I could see where he didn't get the opportunity to do that. But dude, give us the original, man. Like some of us want to see the way it was when we were kids and watched it for the first time.
Yeah,
like that sucks that it's not out there and doesn't exist. So
yeah, it's funny. I feel like we're asking for it, and then, man, I think maybe George Lucas's fear is like maybe if they see it after all this time, is it's not going to hold up. But
dude, it does hold up.
it does.
The rest of the movie's there, man.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole reason for like this whole like revival of it now, and this like there's a whole universe that's getting built off of the original like. Just the original idea of this universe, so I don't understand like why we just don't get it, you know?
Yeah. I'm with Peyton here. Like, come on, man, just give us a freaking cut of the movie. Jeez, like it's not like we're not gonna buy other versions of it. We will buy them.
Yeah.
I own a ton of them. Every single time they release a major update to it, like, dude, I'm there. I'm like getting it. Like, do you have the 6-pack of movies when it first came out on Blu-ray?
No, I don't.
See, I have that.
Nice.
I have an original 3-pack for each the... Okay, so I bought each of the original trilogy. Mm-hmm. Oh, so I bought the original trilogy in a 3-pack of DVDs when it first came out on DVD. It was the first time I had released on DVD. And I have a 3-pack of that. Then I bought each prequel individually. Then when it came out in a 3-pack that matched the 3-pack of DVDs for the original... movie, like it was one was silver and one was gold, and I bought that one. Like, so I had both. I don't even know where they're at now. Like, they're probably in storage somewhere I can't find. But dude, and then like when they came out with a 6-pack for the Blu-ray for the first release of the Blu-ray, I bought that also.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bought.
it would be easy money.
Yes.
Easy money.
Yeah, be like, hey, this is gonna be a one-time release of the original uncut trilogy. 4K Blu-ray, $300. Like, here's my money. Oh well, someday.
Yeah,
maybe.
I think my cousin has, or one of my cousins has the silver and black VHS edition.
Yes. Yeah.
Somewhere, who knows?
Yeah. Oh well.
See if we can get those and just transfer them to Blu-ray.
That's not gonna happen. That's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, it would be terrible. All right. Well, let's see what's next.
Let's move on, man.
Let's move on. So next, J.J. Abrams, of course, I think we talked about it last time that he's taking over Episode 9.
Yes, we did.
What we didn't talk about is how Paramount is less than excited about it because he's leaving them again. He left Paramount the first time to do The Force Awakens. Now he's taking off some serious time so he can do Episode 9. So, I don't know if you noticed, but Paramount has not been putting out the greatest movies lately.
No, they have not.
Monster Trucks, Ghost in the Shell, which was enjoyable by me and I think Jonathan, but it still had some things left to be desired.
A lot left.
Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage.
That was terrible. I didn't even watch
Transformers: The Last Night, which
that was horrible, and I did
horrible, but it's the least amount of money up from all the movies that have come out, I believe.
It grossed the least amount, right?
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Okay, yes. But it was like super expensive to make.
Yes, super expensive. And then Mother, which just came out this past weekend, which is really not getting great reviews at all. Which from Aaron, what's his name?
Aronofsky.
What's his name? It's not Aaron. Aronofsky? What's his name? Aaron? Yeah. Is it Aaron Aronofsky?
Yeah, okay. I believe so.
Darren Aronofsky.
We're
super close.
It was, super. Yeah. Like really, really close.
Yeah, apparently people were getting just really pissed off about it. I don't know why. I've tried not to like watch any of the stuff about it because it's supposed to be like a thriller and you're not supposed to there's a lot of twists and turns in it. I think at the end, Danzig comes out.
Who?
Danzig? You don't know who Danzig
Nope.
is? No? Okay. He's the one, he sings that song, Mother.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
No idea.
Maybe somebody out there will get it. It's not my joke, but I really liked it because I know who Danzig is. So I'll just throw it out there and leave it there. But yeah, so the movies aren't doing really well. You know, and now that JJ's leaving, like for several years, so that so that he can do Episode 9, like it's gonna hurt. I mean, they have some movies that are coming out in 2018 that might be good. I'm looking at you, Daddy's Home 2. No. Mission Impossible 6. Maybe. Bumblebee. Maybe. Yeah, but that's actually sad. That's about it. maybe Suburbicon, that the new
Matt Damon
and George Clooney directing flick.
Oscar Isaacs.
Oh yeah, he looks amazing.
Yeah.
He reminded me of when he was
Sucker
in
Punch?
Sucker Punch. Damn it, Jonathan, get out of my mouth.
I'm just blocking all those words coming out.
Damn it. But yes, that's exactly what's happening. So I don't know, man. It could be good as far as like all this stuff that's coming out, but man, they really feel like, and I like the way they put it in their interviews. They feel like J.J. Abrams is the next Steven Spielberg, which is funny because Steven Spielberg's still alive, one, and they're like, okay, well maybe we said that wrong. Steven Spielberg of this age. So
and even then, Steven Spielberg has a movie that's coming out that I think is more anticipated than anything that's coming out on that end.
No kidding, man.
So,
Ready Player One, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I really can't wait for that movie. Now that I've finished the book finally, it's right there. Well, anyway, I don't know, man. What do you think? Like, do you think like he should have just chilled out, or do you think
Dude,
he was in the right to take the reins back?
It was. I think it's good for him to take the reins back, but it's at the same time, dude. Imagine, okay, you're offered this great job, right? And the job it's a really good job. You're going to get paid a lot of money for it. But then somebody else comes and is like, hey, man, I have your dream job over here. Like, sitting waiting if you want to come and start doing stuff. And then you tell your current job, like, oh, give me a minute. Like, I'll be back. Don't worry. Things are okay. I'm still doing stuff for you, but you don't have my full attention, but I'm going to help out. And then you go and do the other thing because, dude, that's your dream job.
Yeah.
You know? And it's kind of in that situation where, like, what are you going to blame him for going and do Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like, God, I don't know if I could do anything different. Like, yeah, it might be my personal ideas of stuff that I get to do with one studio. But if I get the chance to do Star Wars and to work with a great team of people and for something that will be classic and ongoing for such a long time because of the fandom on it, I'm going to go do that. You know? So, I mean, hopefully he doesn't get fired. Hopefully he doesn't get sued.
I feel like... have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Okay. You know how Adam Scott, his character, like he always goes to that firm, this firm, that firm always hires him, and they're all excited to have him. And as soon as like the first day he gets in, he always leaves.
Yes, he quits immediately.
I hope someone does like a meme of that, of just like Paramount's like, oh, finally you come home, we're so excited, we've set up your desk, and J.J. Abrams is just like, actually, guys, I gotta go. I can't be here. He's like, no, don't do this to us again. Don't do this to us again.
What's the game he invents?
Oh, it's like cones of something.
The cones. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of that freaking game. But I just love it that he invents the game. Like, doesn't even tell anybody about it. Like, it's just for him and like Leslie Knope to play.
Yeah.
And then like somehow they get a hold of the game, and they're like, it's their favorite game at that accounting firm.
Cones of Dunshire.
Cones of Dunshire, dude. Oh, that was such a great joke when I saw that. Like, I was laughing so hard.
Damn it, that's good.
Yes, it is.
Okay, and now we're going to have to start to play it somehow.
Yes.
All right.
We'll get a copy of Cones of Dunshire.
Yeah, the original copy, not this whole remade version.
No,
of course.
We'll have to go talk to the writers and directors of that show just to make sure we're playing it right.
Yep.
All right, anyway.
So I labeled this next part a certain shade of green just because I know Jonathan loves Incubus.
Oh, God.
But there are a bunch of new stories from Star Wars that are coming up, all short stories. I think it's an audiobook. Is it an audiobook or is it like a legit book?
It should be, I don't remember. It might be like a full book, and then there would be an audio companion to it.
Yeah, well, basically what's going on is there's 40 stories celebrating the 40 years of Star Wars, and there's so many people that are in line to two things. So some of the stories that include of note, I feel like are, let me see if I can find this one real quick. The Ben Kenobi, where he was like after like his ghost, where it was after his death from the movie between then and Force Awakens, following his ghost along that time. I think that's pretty awesome. There's a Jawa story. There's a
everything, man. There's just so many.
Damn it, there's so many freaking stories. But the list.
I mean, you got to figure like everything Star Wars is going to be in here.
Like, there's so many freaking stories, and they all look so damn good.
Yep.
There's even a Tusken Raider story. There's
all of them.
All of them.
That's all we got to say.
I can't even going through them. I just like when I like, oh, that's so good. Oh, that one's good too. Damn it. Okay. But yeah. So that's coming out soon. I think it's coming out October 3rd.
So yeah, in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Damn it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're also doing an audiobook companion, the audio version. John Hamm and Neil Patrick Harris are going to be voicing some of the stories in the audiobook. So they're going to have a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of stars, like kind of retelling like some of their favorite stories from the series. So I'm excited to talk about it, or I'm excited to hear it, because John Hamm is going to be telling the Boba Fett story, and I think Neil Patrick Harris is going to be doing a story from one of the crew on the Death Star, or one of the generals. So I think it should be pretty good, man.
Yeah, no, and it's pretty good, man. They got a few, like quite a few people that are going to be like voice actors on here that are pretty significant. I can't remember her name right now. The one who plays Ahsoka on all the animated stuff. She should be a part of this. I think Janina Gavankar should be a part of it. So the one who's the new the Inferno Squad leader for the new game that's coming out, she should be a part of this as well. So like they're pulling out all the stops, man. They're bringing in like crazy like voice talent to kind of do all this stuff, which is pretty awesome, man. Like I can't wait. I need to like pre-order it before it sells out, and then man get the audiobook too. But
saving up my credits for my audiobook.
Yeah, since you have that subscription now to what is it?
Audible.
Yes.
Didn't even know
That's what
I had
happens,
it.
man. That's what happens.
Yep.
Anyway,
yeah.
cool.
So continuing with the Star Wars stuff in all of its glory, Ron Howard again tweeting out a lot of pics from the set.
Yeah.
And one set piece in particular, he takes a picture of what it looks like to be a mine shaft, and he labels it Spicey.
Yes.
John, what does that all mean, John?
Dude, the spice mines, man. That means Chewie. I'm excited for that. Like, it's really cool. I mean, and like, some people were calling it a spoiler. Some people were like, oh, like, it's the biggest spoilery news coming out of it. But, dude, I feel from the beginning they said that they were going to do that. That they were going to go to the spice mines of, God, I can't remember. I don't remember the planet that it's supposed to be on, but that's where they're supposed to find Chewie. Like, that's where they're supposed to go to pick him up and get him out of there.
Yeah.
So, dude, I mean, that's awesome. Like, it's really cool. Like, the fact that they have it on set, like, it looks like it's actually going to happen, that they're coming through with that promise.
Yeah.
And, dude, I'm excited about that. But
so they're going to talk about, well, from the beginning they said where he gets the Millennium Falcon, where, like, he gets his blaster, where he gets his jacket, where Chewie's, like, life debt comes into play. So maybe this is it. Yeah, dude.
I'm super hyped. Like, that's cool. Like, everything, I'm telling you, man, since Ron Howard took over, I've been getting excited, more and more excited every day for this movie. It feels like, because I wasn't, dude. I didn't really care. Like, it was another movie. Han Solo's not my favorite character. I've said it 100 times. Like, and dude, all this little stuff coming out, the way that they're putting out information for it, like, it seems to be so much from the actors and Ron Howard himself. Like, awesome. It's really cool, and it's getting me excited for it. So
Yeah.
I'm really looking a lot more forward to this than I was previously.
That one comes out in May, right?
Yeah, May 25th is the date. So we're getting close, man.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what? At this point, they're releasing so many images and things from it that I don't even miss the fact that there isn't a trailer. Like, it's like a big deal. You know, like, there's no trailer. Oh well, like, too bad.
I think the trailer will probably come out with The Last Jedi.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Like, Last Jedi trailer 2, and then this trailer coming up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've said that, I mean, ultimately, what was his name? Not Colin Trevorrow. What the hell's his name? The director of Episode 9, Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson, yes.
Just tweeted out, boom,
Finished.
The Last Jedi, done, wrapped up, not wrapped shooting, wrapped editing, wrapped special effects. Like, it's done.
It's done.
It's there.
We got it.
Yeah, it's all on wax. It's done. There's no take backs, no erases. It's set.
Yes.
But dude, we have over 2 months, because it comes out December 4th. It comes out like the first week of December. So we have
the exact release date.
October, November. We have over 2 months to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're there could be some stuff that they can add, remove, whatever. But he says, nope, it's done.
Dude, if it's done and they're like keeping that one, that's going to be hard to keep under wraps from here until then.
No kidding, man.
Yeah, dude, that's going to be locked up in a vault somewhere that nobody can get to.
Yep.
It needs to be off the grid.
Yeah, no, I'm saying someone like exports it, puts it in a hard drive, puts it underneath somebody's pillow. You know, it's going to be held there.
That's not the most secure way to do it, Eric.
No, I know. I mean, well, it's off the grid because it's off where anybody can download it or like leak it. You know, and
Yeah.
if it were to be leaked and people were start posting that stuff, man, I would stay away from it. Man.
Oh, dude, I know, me too. Like,
Yeah.
I want to go watch that in the theater. Like,
That's
go
not
check
something
it out
that you
with a
want to
group of people.
experience like on a phone or
Yeah.
like or Zune.
Who the hell is using a Zune anymore, man?
I don't know, man.
Besides Star-Lord, who else?
I
You
don't
tell
know.
me.
I don't know. Apparently, the 3 people that stole mine.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah, that's probably true.
But dude, I'm excited that they're done. But now, even more than ever, where's that freaking trailer?
Yeah.
And
Well,
two-
dude, you know what? Now they have all the free time in the world now to work on a trailer.
Yeah.
Make sure we get a good one.
Yeah.
So it better be damn good.
Yep.
I mean, it probably will be.
Yeah. But I don't know, like, I wonder how Disney's marketing is different from other departments' marketing, or if they use is it like the same thing, like the, I don't know, the Writers Guild or is the Actors Guild, like SAG, or, you know, is it like, is there a marketing guild out there that they have to
No
use
idea.
that?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
Just because we've got so many different cuts, like trailers and stuff. Like, and when we always look at the Star Wars stuff, like,
it's pretty solid.
dude, all the stuff that came out for
Last Jedi.
Last Jedi. No, not Last Jedi.
Force Awakens.
So like Force Awakens. But everything that came out for it, like, everybody was trying to guess. Like, and nobody had the right sequence of stuff. Like, it was enough. Like, we got enough of a trailer and enough of trailers, like, after that people really tried to piece together the movie and kind of figure things out and see where things were going, and nobody had anything right.
Yeah.
Like, they did such a great job of like, hey man, like, here's all this really cool stuff that you're going to see in the movie, but nobody was able to figure out anything.
Yeah.
And dude, that's the kind of trailer that I want coming up. Just show us a little bit more, but not everything. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like show us enough that's going to get us excited. Stuff that's going to keep people guessing, but not necessarily anything that's going to give away the rest of the story or what's to come.
Right.
So, yeah, dude, it's awesome. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this.
Well, since we're talking about trailers,
All the trailers.
Well, a few trailers came out. Three
We got
of
one
which,
upcoming, hopefully.
one would hope. But Tomb Raider, the latest iteration of the Tomb Raider reboot, was going to be coming out, but we're not going to talk about because we're going to talk about the Last Jedi trailer first. I feel that's coming out next month. John is like frantically waving at me. The hell are you doing?
You're skipping stories, Eric.
Abort. Well, I thought because we talked about it already that it should be coming
man.
out next month.
I just wanted to talk about specifically that Mark Hamill is the one who was like, hey, it's coming up.
Nice.
So what do you say?
Oh, yeah. He said look for it specifically on, was it Monday Night Football?
Yes, on October 9th.
On October 9th.
Like, come on. How do you go on saying something like that? Considering that the first Last Jedi trailer, right? Was it in Super Bowl
Yeah.
when it came out? So yeah, no. Yes? No.
It could have
Lies.
been.
What came out during...
No,
wasn't that?
No, because you were at the friggin' celebration.
There was something else that happened. I don't remember.
Maybe it was The Force Awakens did?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I just remember that they've done it like on football games and stuff like that. Whenever there's a large audience on one of the ABC owned properties,
Yeah.
because ABC is owned by Disney, so Star Wars is owned by Disney. So granted, it's just going to go down that chain,
Yeah,
and
might as well.
just make a larger audience for them and other mediums. So why not Monday Night Football on October 9th? And hey, boom, here's your trailer. So dude, I got that date circled. I don't even know who's playing that game. I don't even care, man. Like, I'm on it.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, I'm super excited for that. Like, that'd be really, really cool. It's gonna be on ESPN, right? Monday Night Football is ESPN.
Should be on ABC. Like
No.
No, it won't.
Sunday Night Football is on NBC, I believe, and Monday Night Football should be on ESPN, I believe, unless it went back to ABC. I don't know, but ESPN is owned by the same company. They're all on that Go network.
Yeah. For anyone that cares, it's going to be the Vikings versus the Bears.
The who?
Yeah. Yeah.
You mean
Well, I hope they make all the field goals and, they hit home runs.
Yes. I think it'll be good. They got this.
I wish you can hear me shaking my head.
That's funny, man. I'm just messing around because I really do like football.
Yeah, I know you do.
We're definitely sports people.
Yeah, sorry. But, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's move on. Now we can talk about the Tomb Raider trailer.
Oh.
And, now that that's off my chest, man.
Okay. Tomb Raider, yes. The gritty reboot. If Tomb Raider needed a gritty reboot, it's here. This follows more in line with the actual reboot video game series that just came out. But it actually looks good.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's the problem. Okay, so all the images, like from the new Tomb Raider trailer, check it out if you haven't already. We have the link in the description here. But man, it's so freaking good. Like, it's a great cut trailer. All the imagery reminds me of the new Tomb Raider game.
Yeah.
Like all of it. Like it's like almost like they took straight like from it to recreate some of these scenes and kind of have stuff going on there. But dude, it makes me want to watch this damn movie, and I'm trying to be super cautious about it because the last time we got a Tomb Raider movie, it was not good.
Yeah.
Like it was not good. But I like this actress a lot more than I like Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah.
So
like I think because they just had her physique down with Angelina Jolie way back when.
Yeah.
And that's like with the original Tomb Raider, like they were like, there's no way that's gonna match this lady or whatever. But they even did worse because they took Angelina Jolie and then they gave her like a shitty English accent. They didn't give it to her like she tried to do it herself.
Yeah.
So
but it just never worked. Like it was kind of goofy, man.
But this looks like just like taken from the video game. Like it looks amazing. And that game, sadly, I haven't played it all the way through, but the parts that I did play were like, this is like exactly cut from the game, it feels.
Yeah.
So like, it looks amazing. I might be totally wrong. There are other people out there that are like, no, it looks like shit. But I'm sorry, but it looks legit, I feel.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I think it looks awesome. I'm really excited about the character too, man, because I feel like in the other one, the last iteration that we had, I guess the Lara Croft character that Angelina Jolie was playing never really felt like a true badass, like as good as she could be, like it is in the video games. Like, dude, and here it looks really good, dude. It looks like she's doing a great job, like of just being out there and like just kicking ass, man. Like really doing it up right.
Really raiding those tombs.
Hopefully that's the case, man. Even though this is more about, again, world-saving type stuff rather than tomb raiding.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, whatevs, Like, it's the way that Hollywood, I guess, is going to take that. But, dude, I'm excited for it. I'm really, really excited for it. I think this will be really cool. And I hope I'm not just false hope and expecting more out of it than I really should be.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, man. I think it'll be cool. I'm hoping it'll be cool. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Speaking of time telling, the Punisher trailer also came out. And yeah. I don't know. Like the trailer's cut.
Yeah.
I feel like the trailer's gone down the line of so many other series or movies that have come out recently where they do slow renditions of popular songs.
Yep.
And although I feel like it fits, and the background, and I'm going to go a different version of John, because John's shaking his head in agreement with me now, but he soon won't be. I feel like it fits, and like the understanding of the song that they chose. Essentially, they chose Metallica's "Nothing Else Matters" to play in the overture of the whole trailer. But basically, like all the clicks and all the reloads and all the explosions all happen in time with the song. But I mean, it's pretty much a legit storytelling of like who Frank Castle is and modernizing like what's happening. So it's not like a mob; it's more like a government cover up, for his family and him taking out a whole bunch of like soldiers and stuff. Which we'll see.
We'll see.
I think it looks interesting. I think I'll definitely watch this. I'll probably enjoy this more than Defenders.
Yeah.
Or Iron Fist for sure. But it looks just super dark, man. Like there are just so many headshots. Like, people just getting blown the freak away, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It looks like the action is going to be way better, at least, than Iron Fist, because Iron Fist was lacking in a lot of places. There were some parts that were good, some parts that were decent, but it was definitely lacking in a lot of places. Yeah. And I feel like this is gonna they're making up for it. It's a little bit better. I feel John Bernthal is a little bit better at those action pieces, so that's gonna help. But dude, I still don't like John Bernthal. Like, he's not my favorite person ever. So that's already a problem for me. But then, dude, I don't like that they're doing the freaking music thing, man. It just feels like everybody's just kind of jumping off the back of Baby Driver and hey, look, they had really good success of making music and matching up all the sound effects that are going on in the actual screen, like in gunshots and running and everything else to the beat of the music. So, hey, let's do that and make our trailer popular also.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Like,
bullshit.
I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. I don't like that they did that. I don't mind the song choice because they have a reputation of doing that. They've done that with all the other trailers. Not all the other trailers, but a good amount of them. Yeah. That they have for the Marvel Netflix stuff. But, dude, why do it in that fashion? Like, you could have done it without that. You know, without having to match up all the little, like, pieces of it. More what they've done in the past is match it up with the words that are in the song, matching up with what's going on in the actual scenes of everything, you know, rather than trying to match it beat for beat. And I appreciate that so much more than what they did in this one. You know, and I get it. Like, I get what the song is about, and I understand, like, why they would use it, but dude, make it something different, man. Like, the Tomb Raider trailer was really good, and they had no music matching. You know, like, that was, like, really selling me on that movie. Because that's what it is, man. This is just a giant ad for, hey, come watch our stuff. Yeah. And I didn't like it as much as the other things, man. But, I mean, and overall, what I was telling Eric about this earlier in the week is that I'm not a huge fan of The Punisher anyway. I don't like it. I'm not whenever the comics come up, like, it's like, whatever, dude. Like, he's just up there shooting everybody. Shoot first, ask questions later, and this is a lot more of just that same stuff. So, yeah, the action pieces might be really good, but that's not always what I'm looking for in a TV show or movie or anything else. So, I mean, we'll see, man. I'm still going to check it out a little bit and see how it goes.
I'll definitely check it out.
On the mystery date of 2017.
Yeah, which we only have a few days left, I feel.
Yeah. I did like that. That was kind of a cool little way to... I mean, we're coming up to the end of 2017. They don't have a whole lot of time to like say, hey, this is going to release at this point. But they're probably doing final touches, and they don't know exactly when it's going to be. But I just like the little like obscuring of the like first part of the
redacting
date.
It.
Yes. Yeah, like that. That was pretty cool. Like, and that goes with the theme of everything else. So, I didn't mind that part of it.
Right on.
But, yeah, man, let's move on to something else.
Something I know you're really excited for, which it feels weird. It feels weird to say that you're super excited about this Jumanji movie.
Dude, why not? What's wrong with being excited for the Jumanji movie?
There's not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just saying, like, it just, because I don't know if it's super camp or if it's just like, I don't know. It feels like it's almost like it's borderline a movie not for us. Because of like, it's like maybe almost like a generation before us. It might be for, I feel, with everybody in it,
like a younger generation.
Like
is that what you mean?
A little bit younger, yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't know, dude. I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll see. Well,
I mean, it's got The Rock. It's got Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Karen Gillan.
Yeah. There you go.
I mean,
there you go.
And Jack Black, dude. Like, those are all like definitely a little bit. Like, not the younger generation.
No. Especially when you throw Jack Black in there.
Exactly. Like, his time is gone and past.
Oh, for sure. I think after Goosebumps, like, that was pretty much it. But, okay, so the new trailer dropped.
Yes.
A little bit more of the story, background of, like, where Jumanji transitioned from board game to video game. But then also lets you know, like, how, like, okay, yes, this is a video game. They actually get lives, you know, they have a certain amount of lives, you know, they all have weaknesses, they all have strengths, you know, I just thought it was funny. So they all have a chance to like die terribly at one point in time. Yeah. And they all show them in like terrible situations. Yes. So they could each die. Yes. In there.
But that's that's another great thing to add to it, man. Like, that's another like nice element that you could do. Dude, and then one of the things that I didn't know about this movie, like, was part of the cast. And he drives up in the vehicle coming in the trailer. So, but Rhys Darby, dude. As soon as I saw him, I was like, yes, dude.
That's
like,
right,
that guy's so freaking funny, man. So that's another person you're adding to the cast that's going to make it so freaking great. Like, I'm super excited about it. Yeah. The one that I wasn't excited about, just because I don't really care for him, but Nick Jonas is also in it. Oh. Like, it looks like he's going to be a big part of it.
I know, he's kind of familiar.
I recognized him as soon as he came on. I didn't remember his name, and I had to look him up. I was like, I know this kid.
I know this kid.
Yeah, dude, that's the part of the musician in me that, like, sees all these other people getting popular, and I'm like, why are they getting to do music and they're not good at it, in my opinion?
Yeah.
And I
this
can't
humble
do
man's
it.
opinion.
Like, but yeah, man. But dude, it's really cool, man. I'm excited for this movie. I'm super excited for this movie. I don't care what you say, Eric. You're not bringing me down from that excitement.
No, that's fine, man. You're allowed to be excited for crazy, maybe not good movies. So
whatever, dude. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay.
It's gonna be amazing.
We shall see.
We shall see.
Or you shall see.
When
and then
is
tell
it
me
coming
about
out, man? I don't even know. I don't even know when the
Christmas.
date. Christmas. Oh, that's right. It's like the week before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
The 21st or something like that.
Sure.
I don't know. It's something like that.
Well, dude, let's get in it, man. Let's talk about Kingsman.
Dude.
So let's do a little non-spoilery, I feel, and then just a small bit non-spoilery, and then based on that, then we'll just like 2 minutes non-spoilery, and then we'll go into full spoilers if that's cool.
Yeah, man. Whatever
cool.
you want to do.
So, Kingsman follow-up movie, The Golden Circle.
It's a lot of words.
Yeah, it was a lot of words. Coming back around the second time, there was a lot given away in the trailer. There was a lot of twists that were given away in the trailer as well. So if you haven't seen any of the trailers for this, don't watch them. Just go and see it. And that's part of the stuff that I was going to bring up before. The marketing team, the director came out and said, like, hey, the marketing team really screwed up. He was actually really pissed off that you get one of the twists in the trailer, like, not in the first trailer. Actually, I think it is in the first trailer, too, that they give away a major twist. Like, almost every beat. Like, you could have just shown, like, a car chase scene in the very beginning, and that would have been fine. Like, boom, done. But they give away so much. I feel like I was just waiting for other scenes to happen throughout the movie because I saw them in the trailer. I was like, okay, like, this scene's going to come up, right? Okay, they made it here. Okay, I see where this scene is going to come in. And sometimes I feel like that's a good barometer of a movie. If I can forget what I saw in the trailer, then, it's really good. But but this I kind of like, not to say that it wasn't bad or it wasn't good, but it is what it is.
Yes, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all. But, coming back around, you get your favorite characters. They play on a lot of callbacks to the first one.
Yeah, they do.
So I felt like if you saw the first one and enjoy it, I believe that you're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah.
What do you think, John?
I think it's definitely enjoyable. It wasn't necessarily my favorite movie. It wasn't necessarily my least favorite movie, but it was definitely somewhere just lost in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's those movies that like rise above that I'm like, dude, yes, I want to go watch this again, or I'm ready to own it as soon as it comes out, like on Blu-ray, home viewing, whatever. Mm-hmm. And this one was like, meh, I could have passed on it, really. Like, after watching it, I was kind of excited. I think I was excited off the back of you being excited, but then I don't know, man.
It was good. It was enjoyable. Like, I think that there's a lot of stuff in it that so premise of the story is Eggsy
the main character from the first movie.
Yes, is a year later. A lot of things have happened. He's hooked up with the princess. Now they're in a full-fledged relationship after she let him, she let him get with her at the end of the first one, if you know what I mean. And it's building off their relationship. That's kind of like a little side story, but ultimately there's a new villain, a big baddie, and then trying to take her down, which is played by Julianne Moore, which I'm surprised she didn't cry in this movie. She is known for being like having cry face in all of her movies, but she did not cry in this movie. So I was excited about that. So I think she played her character very well.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her as a villain.
Yes, I can't wait to. Let's get into spoilers soon because I want to talk about a lot of that stuff.
So, based on non-spoilery stuff, I thought it was enjoyable. I would say check it out if you saw the first one. Check it out in a movie theater. I think having the audience there, like laughing along with you, was enjoyable. But yeah, definitely, if you want to wait to check it at home, I'd say wait too. Like it's not something you need to see on the big screen, but it's definitely enjoyable as a watch.
Yeah, on the big screen, because there are some bigger action sequences where there's a lot going on the screen, and it's nice to have the big screen to be able to check all that out and to see everything. But that being said, I don't know, man. It just really wasn't. It was more like just because I had time and was able to go see it, I felt okay with it. But if I was pressed for time and trying to make time for this and forcibly fit it in somewhere that to take up time out of my day to go watch it, then I would have. Thanks, man. But I mean, I might have not been as okay with it.
Okay.
But I mean, if you have a chance, if you have some time and want to go check it out, awesome. Go check it out, and I'm sure you'll find at least something enjoyable about it. One of my friends happened to ask if it was possible to see it without having watched the first movie because they haven't seen the first movie. And it's one of those that you might be missing a lot of little plot elements, but you'd still get enjoyment out of the movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the first one. There's going to be some stuff that you're like, okay, I don't know why that's significant because it ties so directly to the first movie, but you definitely can get by without having watched the first one.
Absolutely.
Sweet. Spoilers.
Right. Spoiler time. So, the biggest thing that the trailers did show that I feel like was a huge plot element was that actually Harry was alive.
Yeah.
We saw him get shot in the face, right in the first one, and boom, we thought it was game over. So when they show the statesmen come in, they wrap up that storyline pretty good. There's an American agency that's coming in and is able to help them.
Yeah.
Help Harry right away because they're also getting the signal. So, I don't know. What do you think about that aspect?
Dude, so I didn't mind so much because from the beginning, I think they've said that Colin Firth was supposed to be in this again, and he's been part of the cast list, I think, from the beginning. It's not like they were hiding that fact.
Yeah.
And I get it, and I understand. What I don't like about it is the way that they did the reveal, because as soon as you see what's going on and the way that everything is framed, when they get to that point in the movie, it's like, oh, this is where we're going to show that other dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, cool. That's coming up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and that took out of it a little bit. I didn't really pay too much attention to the trailers. I watched the trailers a little bit, but I wasn't really focused in and trying to figure everything out about it.
Yeah.
Just because I felt good about the first movie and I liked the first movie a lot, but I wasn't I'm in love with this. Let me check out everything. Let me find out everything there is to be.
And that, I wasn't in that same boat either, but I mean, still just the big reveal of Harry being in there. Okay, well, damn, that sucks. I thought it was more going to be I knew he was going to be part of the cast, but as far as bringing him back, I thought it was going to be more flashback sequences, when he's showing him how to use the utensils and stuff. I thought it was going to be more that kind of sequence when they bring him back, not he's actually legitimately there. He's there.
Yeah. But I mean, with the rest of the scenes in the trailer, you can see that he's there a lot. So
yeah.
But I mean, no big deal.
Yeah.
One of the other things too is, man, they kind of sold it. It feels like from the trailers and from them talking about it, it really felt like they were selling that Channing Tatum was going to be a big part of this.
Oh.
And for him to not be in most of the movie, I was like, what the freak, man? I was waiting for him to come back the whole time, and I was like, I guess he's just not going to be a part of this.
He was definitely the Phasma of the Kingsman.
Right? Yes, exactly. Oh, that's a great way to describe it. But yeah, man, I was expecting a lot more from his character, and it just was not.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and for the few ladies that actually are listening, there's one scene that even afterward, the guys that were with me after we saw it was just why'd they have to show his junk so bulgy in that one scene in the cryo freeze? And even the girls were just
is that where your eyes went to, Eric?
No, even the girls were just okay, yeah, that seemed like a little much. They stick him in this cryo freezing area, and he kind of has underwear on, pajamas, a onesie, kind of adult onesie.
Yeah.
But it's open and whatever, and we're what? Come on,
I didn't even notice that, dude. To be quite honest,
it's funny because I was sitting next to a couple of our friends, and they're just what the hell? Really? Why is it staying there?
Awesome.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the people I was sitting next to. But
Possibly.
yeah, I just thought it was funny. But they said the same thing. Like, okay, we got a Channing Tatum dance. His little dance scene.
Yes.
And
that was actually pretty good, though.
Yeah. And then his revival at the end. He had one good fight scene, but it was given away in the trailer. So,
yes. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, dude. It's kind of crazy, man. Like,
yeah, I thought he was gonna play a super like fighting side by side with them toward the end, but no.
No, dude, nothing. I was really surprised by another role in there.
Elton John.
Yes,
dude, I thought that was super legit, man.
His was like the show stealing performance.
Yes,
I think of this whole thing.
But he usually does that, so that's his lifestyle.
It is. Dude. He shows up like he's taking it, dude.
Yeah.
But he had like some really, really good parts. I really enjoyed all his scenes. Like that was really, really good.
Yeah. He swore a lot, he just
everybody in this movie swears a lot.
Oh yeah.
Even Julianne Moore by the end.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I thought that was really nice. His little slow mo like air kick scene. He turns to the camera. And gives a little smile.
That was so good. And then the fact that it was like framed in the bright lights, like coming up, gave me like a bunch of lens flares. It was like that perfect moment.
Yeah. Did you notice the dogs? The dogs' names?
I missed the names. I was trying to read them the whole time.
They were Benny and Jet. Benny and the Jets.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, there's a couple scenes I wanted to see how you felt in them.
Okay.
The meat grinder scenes. Were you okay with that?
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Okay.
In fact, it was kind of cheesy. Like,
yeah, I thought there was going to be as bloody as the film is.
Right.
Like that was the least amount of blood in the
dude.
entire movie.
That was my exact problem. It kind of took me out of the movie for a second. I was like, well, "What the f, man?" Like,
like shards of his clothes are shooting out all clean.
I know.
And then,
God. Yeah.
Then of course all the.
That was super annoying that it was like that. It was like they forgot to send that to post-production to put in a bunch of blood.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it really felt like to me. And I was like, what the F, dude? Like,
because people were like bleeding out their eyes and mouth and nose and the other ones. And then just like.
Yeah, just like clean clothes being cut up. I was like, that's so stupid. Like, that part, like, really, really, like, it rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah.
So, also, there's another scene where they're falling from the gondola.
Yes.
And they're going in circle. Were you okay with that?
Yeah, that stuff doesn't bother me because it's steady, like steady cam. Like, I'm telling you, that's the problem that I have. Like, you can go around in circles all day long. Like, that's not a problem with me. The problem is when they're like running around with a handheld camera and everything's bouncing everywhere. Just because it has like no pattern. Like, at least in a circle, like it's just one motion. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
But yeah, that wasn't bad at all. Like, none of this movie was pretty bad, and we sat pretty close to the screen, so usually I can tell right away. When the closer I am to the screen, it's like the worse it is. So yeah, this movie, no problems at all.
I don't know how it is in the graphic novel, but they are super like animal centric. I feel like bad guys have robotic dogs.
Yeah,
the good guys have their dogs, and then of course they just pull on those little puppy strings, bringing all the dogs back. I was sitting next to a bunch of dog lovers and like extreme dog lovers, and they were just like, "Okay, that's totally cool, but are the puppies okay?"
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That's hilarious, man.
And
they did a lot of like funny. Pulling on heartstrings with those moments too. Like, and that wasn't too bad, man. What else worked for you?
I think the callbacks, like they did the callbacks a few times. Like, hey, if you save the world, I'll let you come back and because in the first movie, in the first movie, she's like, "Oh, if you," he's like, "Can I get a kiss if I save the world?" And she's like, "Well, if you save the world and come back, like you can, you can do anal." And then at the and then they call back to that a couple times, but the best one is when Elton John did it, and I don't know if you caught it because Colin Firth tells Elton John like, "Hey, if I save the world, well, like, can you give me 2 tickets to your show?" And then Elton John tells him, "Well, if you save the world, I'll give you a backstage pass," and like winks at him. Yeah, I thought that was awesome. That was so funny.
That was good.
Just the fact that Elton John was so game for all of it, like, it was done really, really well. I think more than anything, it was just an enjoyable ride. Like, it's like over the top action, over the top scenes. There's a few plot holes, of course, but I mean, it's not something that you're going to be just like, oh, forget that. Like, it just totally took me out. But it just, I mean, it was just fun.
I would disagree.
You don't think it was fun?
I think it was fun, but there's a lot of stuff that took me out of it.
Okay.
Like,
Well, I think we just talked about a couple, but
so like yeah, I mean, other things that didn't work for me was the fact that everything was super over the top. And that's great because you're creating a universe that's like, hey, this is outside of reality. This isn't real. This is something that's above and beyond. But then I felt like there was other scenes where they tried to bring it back, like into reality and into like real spaces. And dude, none of those scenes worked for me. You know, like the scene where he goes back and celebrating his bud's birthday.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, and they're like, he's dressed up like he used to be dressed up, but like, and they're all dressed down and like,
I feel like they know,
quote unquote, slumming it. Like, I was like, dude, what the F is that for? Like,
yeah, like I guess. And I was trying to understand that scene also to be like, okay, do
it
they
made
know
no
he's a
sense.
secret agent? Do they know? Like,
but they know he's leading a different life. Like, they know he's like dressing in suits and lives uptown now, and you know, like he's doing a bunch of stuff, and like like I don't know, it rubbed me completely the wrong way in a bunch of different ways. Then they go into the whole drug thing from there, like, and I was like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. That didn't make any sense at all. Like, it really took me out of the movie for a few minutes. Yeah, but yeah, man, like that's definitely one of the things. But then they kept doing that kind of stuff like a little bit throughout, where they just. It's supposed to be fake and exaggerated and over the top, and then they'd bring it back to something that was like, what was that?
The
for?
guy has an electric lasso, like
yes,
kind of
exactly.
like a laser lasso,
which was awesome.
Yeah, cutting people's legs off and everything. It was an awesome scene. But I don't know, the elements of like Harry not having like the best depth perception. I thought that was funny.
Was funny. That was really good.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like is I don't like the way they wrote the rest of the character though, because it was like kind of like how he was not right and like you couldn't tell if he was okay and he, like it's him guessing at stuff. Yeah. I wish they just would have written out those parts a little bit better because the character overall is really cool. You know, like and. I just felt like they needed to, instead of him being silent about it and like, oh, like he's just a bad guy and like he shoots what's his face in the face. Yeah. But I couldn't buy to the fact that, you know, he did it without any reasoning. You know, it was just like, oh, he broke the vial and that was it. Yeah. And they didn't expand on it. They didn't explain anymore. Like it was just Eggsy being pissed off about it and that was it. Yeah. And I wish they would have expanded a little bit more to justify it a little bit better, like him give actual reasons of why and how he saw it rather than him just being silent about it the whole time until you see that he's right. And I was like, dude, it was kind of a cheap brush it under the rug and nobody will notice. Like just fill that plot hole. Like it'll be okay. But yeah, man, I didn't like that. I don't know. It just didn't feel right. And that again took me out of the movie for a little while. I was like, well, that's just stupid. I hated that they killed off Merlin. Who's the actor?
I don't know the actor's name, but yeah, I like the guy.
Yeah, dude, he was playing such a great role. Like, I just didn't see like, dude, why do you have to kill him off like that?
I don't know if it's supposed to be a trilogy. Or if they're gonna make another one, possibly. Man, they killed off like his main partner in the first one in the first few minutes too. Yeah, you know. They killed off all of the Kingsmen. They killed off everybody.
Like everybody's gone. So like Roxy's gone. Mark Strong is the one from Merlin. But dude, like, yeah, man, I was like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, just took everybody out. Yeah. And I mean, cool. Like, I don't know anything about the graphic novel this is supposed to be based off of, so maybe they all did die and maybe they died earlier and they just kept them around because there's such a strong cast of people. But I was like, man, that kind of sucks, dude. Like,
I think the original graphic novel is like I think it is uncle and nephew or father and son that is just basically against mobsters and gangsters and stuff like that. Yeah. So I don't think it's really as true to the original source material. And they're just called Kingsmen.
Yeah, and if they're just going like off their own original thing, like why not keep those people in there? But I mean, it's cool. Like you got to have some sacrifices, but why sacrifice everybody? Yeah, like that was kind of the thing.
Well, I mean, I think that's what makes it different than all the other movies that are out there. That like these people are untouchable and unkillable, and you know, from go you realize that like, hey, anybody can kind of go. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think that the one like the biggest saving graces for this movie, and the reason I enjoyed it so much was Elton John and Poppyland overall. Like, it's freaking good, man. Yeah. Like all the stuff with Julianne Moore and her craziness building the 50s like era place there.
Yeah. You know what? And I didn't, what's her name? Halle Berry's role in this was actually pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah. Like, I think the only thing that I didn't like that they felt like they touched on, and like it was like a huge turning point for her, was just like, I want to be on the field, and Channing Tatum's like, well, what's his name, whiskey or tequila always turns me down, and it's like every single time I bring it up, and then at the very end they're like, okay, there's an opening, and she's like, okay, let me throw my hat in, and then he doesn't say anything. Like, I thought it was,
but there's also like no justification of like, I mean, you get it, like, yeah, she saved his life, and that might be why, like, or had a hand in saving his life, but they could have justified it a little bit more on why, or expanded a little bit more, I guess, on it. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they cut some scenes out of like why he changed his mind on her. Yeah. But I don't know. Either way.
Or like even just like a nod and a wink at her. Like,
like, something.
Thanks, and bringing her in the fold. I don't know.
Yeah.
Most uncomfortable scene in the entire movie. And maybe because of who I was sitting with, where he has to put the tracker on that guy's girlfriend.
Oh.
I was just like, how far are they going to take this? Because it's like a slow, steady shot of this. Well, ultimately, they have to put a tracker. The statesmen have a tracker that they put on. They're able to put on people where they don't notice it, but I guess they have to do it internally, right, where it connects to like mucous membrane. And he's just like, well, how am I gonna get this tracker inside of her? Am I just gonna poke her in the nose? And he's just like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He's like, damn it.
Yeah.
So it was just like a slow mo scene into like going, like his hand going, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You understand what's happening. So
it's slowly tracking down.
Yeah. And I was like, what the? Just, like, I didn't know. It got super uncomfortable really quick because I was sitting with people that would I normally see something like this with. So
that's what happens, man.
Yeah. I was just like, where's this going to go? Oh, man.
But dude, it was all right.
Okay. I know you feel it was all right.
It was all right.
Definitely check it out. I'd say it was. I think it was better than all right. I think it was real. I thought it was enjoyable. I thought it was a fun ride. I think if you like the first one, like if you really enjoyed the first one, I think you're really gonna enjoy this one as well. That's my thoughts.
Yes, I think it's good. It's watchable. It's definitely. I would say if you get the opportunity to go, if you have the free time, go. But not have to take time out of your day. Like if you're busy, if you don't have time, like don't force yourself to go watch this movie because I mean it's good, but I don't know. It's just. It's not great. It's not spectacular. It's not something that I'm going to go watch again or buy immediately when it comes out on video. Maybe if they have a special way down the line, I might pick it up. But yeah, man, it's all right. It's good. It's good. Not great.
Yeah.
Or spectacular or any of the other ones. What I am going to do is I'm going to go see Ninjago and talk about how much better that movie is than this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see next week if my prediction is correct.
Well,
on that, we should close up so I can go watch Ninjago. Unless you have something else to say about this.
I don't know. I don't got anything to say.
All right. Done.
I think I'm done. I think we did it. We won the day.
We won the day.
Yes.
All right. Well, cool.
Where can the nice people find us so they can hear about us next time when you want to talk about Ninjago?
Yeah. Okay. So people can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Is that all of them? We need more social medias.
Instagram. You want to be on Instagram?
We can be on Instagram. Maybe. We'll see. We'll find out. But yeah, find us as Kenobi's Corner. We're user at Kenobi's Corner on those platforms. You can also go to kenobiscorner.rocks and find us at our SoundCloud page. We're also on iTunes, Google Play, most podcasting platforms. If there's one that you particularly like to listen to, let us know and we can find our way onto that platform as well so that way you can find us. Just search Kenobi's Corner and we should pop right up.
Right on. Well, if you see the Kingsman, you enjoy it. Enjoy it more than Jonathan enjoys happiness. Let us know. Shoot us a quick tweet. But until then, enjoy yourselves and each other.